And what's up, everybody? Welcome to Sport of Kings. I'm Brian Grizzly with Brandman Brandon. Tank is officially taking his little time away. He had surgery, successful surgery. Went in there, cleaned it up real well. Just happy that he's healthier. He's not going to be sore. He's not feeling anything right now because of all the pain medicine, but he's doing well. So we want to shout out him always. First and foremost, heal up. And he'll probably have to be back here by next Saturday because I will be leaving because I have to go to Tennessee for my Culver stuff. So, but
there you go.
Tank will be gone and heal up. And I told him he could stay his butt away from everything else. And you know what he does? He does all this producer stuff on behind my back. How dare you? That's all right. Hey guys, we got a hell of a show for you guys. I was just talking to Brandman in the backstage. That's why we late, because we were sitting there talking. A lot of ish is going down, guys. A lot of ish has gone down.
Today, it's definitely busy in Hollywood because we just got like a dump of news. And when I say dump, like it was like a literal truckload dump. You know,
two black dudes, no white guy. White guy's all right. He's always around, no matter what. He's always watching. All right. Well, while I pull up some trailers and things like that, let's look at the chat. So, Brandman, you could take care of that for now. Go ahead.
Okay. Let's start from the top.
With Fernando.
Fernando, what's up, man? All right, let's go.
So what's good, fellas? Yeah, appreciate you. As always, Fernando was here early, often got his stuff out because I got down here at 9 o'clock. So I was sitting there going through all the stuff and reading through things, trying to get some stuff together because there's, as I said, so much information. So appreciate you, Fernando. Yeah. What else we got?
Yes, very pumped for the casting of Ryan Hurst for Kratos in live action God of War. To be honest, now that as it sinks in more and more, me too.
I got a message from Collector. I got a message from Collector about this. He was like, "Who the freak is Ryan Hurst?"
so kind of you wouldn't know the actor, probably by name, but you've definitely seen him at some point.
You know Gary Bertier. You know Gary Bertier. Come on.
Remember the Titans? He was also in the movie The Lady Killers. He was hilarious in that movie because he plays a complete moron. What else was he in? I know he was in Sons of Anarchy for a little.
Sons of Anarchy is probably where you've seen him.
The character that he played.
I mean, that's going to relate the most.
Yeah.
Kratos. I mean, the way he's in the look. So, I mean, I think that's the thing you probably see him.
Yeah,
but we know him from those things. But what else did he get?
He's done a lot of bit parts or supporting roles. He's on that new show, The Abandons, on Netflix at the moment. He was also on, let's see what else he was on. Did you ever hear of a show called Outsiders? Does that show ring a bell? It was short-lived.
He was
one of the main characters on that.
6 episodes, 7 episodes. I can't think of much more than that.
Yeah, I don't think it
lasted
very long at all. It was 2 seasons.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and it was about this like Appalachian kind of like mountain family. Yeah.
So he's doing a lot of the same type of stuff.
He was actually one of the leads on it.
But what do you feel about him being Kratos?
I'm kind of with. I'm with it. I'm good with it. I think sometimes when it's the actor you least expect, that usually works out the best. And he's a huge dude. He's a big dude. I think he's around the right age because Kratos should be kind of have some city miles on him.
But be a little bit older.
Yeah, so I'm good with that. All he's got to do, he's definitely got the beard for the part. So all he's got to do is shave his head and hit the gym. He's a big dude already, so I don't think that's going to be a problem for him. So
Yeah.
I'm interested to see where it goes, and I'm going to keep an open mind because a lot of these video game shows have been doing it for me. Um, Fallout's awesome right now. It's one of my favorite things that I'm currently watching.
That last
The
episode
Last of
Fallout was
Us.
ish.
Oh, the last episode was amazing. The Last of Us has been doing it for me. I like the Twisted Metal series. So,
Twisted Metal, I love Twisted Metal. I broke that down with Lonzo, so that was a lot of fun.
oh yeah, the Twisted Metal series is great. So yeah, I'm excited they're doing a third season. So I'm good with Hurst as Kratos.
Sophie Turner. Well, what think about Sophie Turner now, Laura Croft?
So Sophie Turner is, to me, is probably one of the more unremarkable actresses I've seen in a while. I don't mind her. I wouldn't even call her a bad actress. I'm just not. I was just never wowed by her. Um, she's just unremarkable to me. But I'm gonna give the show the benefit of the doubt for the reasons I just mentioned because I like a lot of these video game shows. I do like the creative talent involved with this show. I like the rest of the cast as well. Sophie Turner's been working really hard to get in shape for the role, so she's taking it seriously. So for all I know, maybe she'll surprise me. Maybe this will be the role that does it for me.
I was not super excited, but I was like, oh, whatever, cool, whatever. I'll try it out.
I'm gonna give it a fair shot. Yeah. I like what they're doing with a lot of these video game shows. Again, Tomb Raider, because I grew up playing Tomb Raider. It's kind of one of the games that got me into adventure games. So I'm gonna it could be cool. And I like that they gave her the OG Lara Croft look with the complete with the sunglasses too.
I feel you, but I was so in love with Angelina Jolie, especially after Gia. I was so in love with her. So like, even if it doesn't match what it is in the video game, I just loved her. So it's kind of hard for me to look at her and for Sophie Turner and say this is going to work, but I don't know. So I'm going to be open minded, just kind of what you said. All right. Want to have you guys figured out the clues that were asked by Doomsday?
And I've always. I have not.
All right. So this for me. I look at it. So I've heard that on the Fantastic Four ship, that before they pick up Doom, somehow Loki and Thor and Captain America are already on it.
And Steve Rogers. I did see that.
I'm sorry, yeah, Steve. So I wonder if we look at Shuri and she's looking at somebody, right? At the end of the trailer. Because I broke that down. I think it could be Thor or Captain America. I was hoping it was, T'Challa, because we have that whole news, and that's something we'll talk about a little later. But I'm pretty sure that it's either Thor or Captain America. Those are the ones. And when I'm looking at it, because I think that, as they said, these are not really even teasers. It's not really trailers. This is really just hints. I think that's what it is. I don't think this is anything new.
To be honest, me neither. But yeah, I'm interested in like these clues. I got to look more into it. I just haven't gotten around to it. But yeah, I could definitely see them doing that, and that's one of the fun things when it comes to marketing. So I think that would be a good marketing strategy, kind of outside of the norm.
This is what they're doing. They're trying to build it up without having to build it up, without having any stakes. Really, they're trying to show that it was always there, and they're connecting them to Endgame. So if I think I am going to do a breakdown and compare the clock and why we're doing the clock to the Endgame, the end of Endgame, and how this is relating to everything. I think I am going to do that, but the more I see, the more I understand. They're just hints that they're trying to kind of fill in with us.
Yeah, I agree.
What's up, Mama Bear?
Mama Bear.
Are you going to when Master Caecilius says 2 black dudes and no white guy?
That's good. That's good.
That's all right. So I miss him. I miss him already.
Yeah, same. All right, let's see what else we got in the comments. Scroll down a little bit. Bone Temple is getting excellent reviews and word of mouth. I'm thinking I'm gonna go early tomorrow afternoon. I wanna go to the Galaxy comic, or not Galaxy Comics, Graham Crackers Comics a little further north. I went to the Lakeview one the other day.
Yep, I like it. I know the
I like
owner
the
of
Lakeview one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I was going to the one over here the other day, and their machine was down. I couldn't use my card.
And they probably had all the stuff you wanted.
They had all the stuff that I wanted. I went to the Lakeview one. They were missing the latest Absolute Superman, which I meant to pick up last week, and they were out of Green Lantern Corps, which I'm starting to like more and more. But I did pick up all the issues of One World Under Doom that I'm missing, and I got the Masters of the Universe #3, which finally came out. I'm really enjoying that. What else did I get? I got Dungeons of Doom. I'm trying to catch up on One World Under Doom before I read any of the following Doom material, though. So I got all the
up. No, #1.
Is that worth getting?
It was all right. I know that there's a variant cover that I loved. I had to get, so I grabbed that, and then I grabbed this one.
Nice,
because I just thought it looked cool. But I love the DCKO #3, so it's fire.
DCKO is awesome. Like, yeah, DC is just like absolutely killing the game right now.
They're killing the game right now. All right, I want to run through these real quick so we get through the next thing.
Yeah.
So, Mama Bear. So, what's up, Drew? How you feeling? Master Caecilius says Kratos should not be in the show. What do you think about that?
I'm good with it. I think honestly, when it comes to video games, and I know I'm sounding like a broken record, but to me, it's just the better route. There's only so much you can do with a movie. Sometimes it works. Most of the time, it doesn't. I think depending on what you're doing, what content you're doing, a show is just the better way to go.
Okay.
You don't have to worry about compressing everything into 2 hours. A lot of the showrunners seem to understand that you need to stick to the source content. I think they're doing better when it comes to shows. I think a character like Kratos would be good for a show. I think it might work better.
Okay.
You have more wiggle room to do the character justice. I think. Right. The same goes for the same goes for Lara Croft. Angelina Jolie is Lara Croft, no one else. So about that, like, I love Angelina Jolie too. I thought she was great in that role. But I kind of never necessarily want to see one actor be the end all be all of one role.
Do
you
not like other people in roles?
Yeah, at a certain point, I'd like to see what someone else can do with a certain role.
We've had other people be Lara Croft and not work.
Alicia Vikander, much as I like her, and I think she was capable in the role. I thought she was absolutely fine. It was just that the movie was so dull around her.
I don't know if she has the personality that pulls me in. That's what I think she could fit. She fit the role fine. I just think I watched her and I was like, yeah, okay. And I've never been in a movie where I'm like, a little bit because it's just not interesting.
Yeah, I would have
like a little girl.
I would have watched a sequel with her because I get what they were trying to do. It was basically Lara Croft Origins. That's how I
But
look at it.
I don't think that you have the capability of waiting. If this is the
No,
type of stuff that you cannot wait, you have to hurry up and go. You have to keep it moving. Things have to happen. So if it doesn't
yeah,
happen right away, then you're falling behind.
yeah. With something like that, that was. I get what they were trying to do to distance themselves or set themselves apart from the previous two, but you kind of need to do something very specific when it comes to a character like Tomb Raider. That's why I wasn't the biggest fan of the Uncharted movie with them with what they did with Nathan Drake and Sully. You know, just have Nathan Drake be a grown ass man working alongside Sully. You don't need an origin. Nathan Drake didn't need to be 18. I don't care if he was supposed to be a young adult in the movie. Tom Holland just perpetually looks 17.
Okay.
The Uncharted movie was just I have beef with that movie as an Uncharted fan.
Mexico City says, isn't Steve Rogers old now? So it's going to be a variant of him. I think that's what we're going to get from him. So you can start picking up variants. And maybe the Fantastic Four have multiple ones as they're moving. And maybe different universes are going to have variants of our favorite characters, which could get us into that Damson Idris thing that we can talk about later. See how if I can stay in control, then we'll talk about it. If I cannot, we'll just put it off. I'm gonna be honest. I'll do it all off stream. Wait, there's a Doomsday trailer that came out. I thought the first trailer wasn't supposed to come out until the Super Bowl. So this is the next teaser. So we now have the Wakanda one, and now I actually saw last thing I just saw is that all 5 acts of what's going on in Doomsday is now being written and told people. So you gotta be careful. It's a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah.
I was a Relevancy podcast. Hola, gents. How you feeling?
Hey,
glad you're here. Some people are saying Dr. Doom is standing next to the thing in the scene in the teaser. That's another thing that I've heard. I've heard of Dr. Doom because he's supposed to be on the ship with the Fantastic Four.
That I heard too, yeah.
We got T in the building. So, hola, gents. Yeah, just got in from watching the Bone Temple.
Yep.
So that's also, you gotta let us know what you thought. You know, I want to know. Says,
I'm kind of interested in seeing it. It's been getting some pretty good reviews.
Nia DaCosta's amazing director with this movie. On the other hand, wasn't my thing at all. Interesting, Terrence. I really want. We need to revisit it. I'm interested in seeing it, but I don't know if I want to pay for it.
I rewatched 28 Years Later earlier today. Like I said, it's like it's like half of a decent movie of like a good. It's like half. The first act is pretty good. The second act is okay. The third act kind of drags, and then the final 5 minutes are like, what the hell am I watching?
What it is it's a great concept that they didn't hit. Great concept you can hit on. That's just what it is. What up, Steve? I saw you in there. I didn't want to miss you, guys. All right. So how's he doing? Have you guys talked to him yet? Yeah. That's what I was saying when we first started. You know, I see Tank jumping in here and telling everybody he's good. Everything was successful. So yeah, he they cleaned up a lot of stuff. He had a good surgery. He's doing fine. He's at home. He's got under all these painkillers and stuff like that. So, but I told him to sit down and relax and not work. And then I turn around and he has 9 videos that he edited. So now I have to make all these thumbnails and try to get them all ready. Because I just did yesterday. I just did 7. I turn around, there's 9 more videos. Like, thanks, Tank. So I'm going to get some of those things done too. And man, we got a lot of videos, a lot of things going up. We're not, we're going to put probably 2 to 3 out every day just to catch up. I feel like we'll be there every day, guys.
Oh, yeah.
So he says, what up, guys? He said,
there he is.
Yep. So I'm good. They gave me a nerve blocker, so it's kind of numb, but I'm doing pretty good. Yeah, but he can't move around. And that's going to be an issue. And it's funny because we have some real things to talk about because Tank's favorite character, like favorite video game, private character, is Kratos. He loves God of War. You know, he loves that thing. You see his axe he has. You see, I don't know if you guys seen Tank's or personal channel, things he used to play video games and all that stuff. All of his emblems and everything is all, you know, Kratos type of stuff. He loves that. So man. I feel bad to him not being able to talk about it right now. But I'm glad he doesn't have to. So yeah. Said Brad Stupidhead was in my state yesterday. He walked through the Ford factory and someone called him pedophile person. F off, flick the person off. That's your president, guys. Hell yeah, Tech. I know how pleasant Nerve Blocker is. Yeah. It was everything I did enjoy about 28 years later wrapped up in one movie, but the ending was almost worth it all. Wow. Okay. That's interesting.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna go tomorrow. I'm debating.
It makes sense to go. I mean, Friday night, why not? You know.
Yeah.
What else we gonna do Friday?
How long I don't know. Depends on how long I feel like being out in that cold.
Well, you know, Friday's the last warmest day we're gonna have for about 6 days, and then we get in the Arctic.
About 6 days, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So it'll be high 33 tomorrow. You better go tomorrow. DCKO is amazing. I'm caught up with everything except Absolute Manhunter. So Absolute Martian Manhunter is actually going to be the author, or not the author, the artist for the cover is actually going to be C2E2. So we'll be there. We'll be live for C2E2 again this year, guys. I want to be there all 3 days because I'm going to enjoy the hell out of it. I'm trying to decide what I'm willing to beat. And I bring this up because this man over here, well, this side now, dresses up all the time. So I know one day you're definitely doing Captain America. What you gonna do the other days?
You know, I'm debating what I'm gonna do. Yeah, I'm not sure because I'm definitely gonna be Captain America. I was thinking about being like another variation of Spider-Man, but I've done that so many times. Even though it's fun, but I wouldn't rule out doing one that I haven't. I'm not sure. One thing that I was thinking, because I did find this costume online, I was thinking of doing like the classic brown and tan Wolverine costume.
Oh, that's not bad. Okay, I'm okay
I think
with that.
That'd be fun. But only it only comes with a mask from certain websites.
That sounds
But I
cool.
think that could be fun.
I think I'm gonna go one day as the Punisher. Not the Punisher. I'm sorry. Because you said that. No, I think one day I'm going to go as Icon.
That'd be cool.
I think Icon will be something to pull out that people be like, what the they're gonna pull an Icon. I don't know how much I want to deal with the whole silver stuff or go steel. Now, I'm not sure if I want to deal with that or not, but I definitely want to do Icon. I could see myself doing Black Lightning. And if my hair was different, I would definitely go Blue Marvel because I love Adam Bashir. But I don't know, you know, if Kevin Javreau was there, I'll cut my freaking hair to deal with that. So it's gonna be fun. So how you guys doing, Tank? Send a message. Collector said that. Yeah. Everyone's happy. Tank said TCKO ending was fire. It was. It definitely was. Tony says, these brothers call them the Spoiler Kings. I know them. You definitely do. What up, Tony?
Tony.
Zabra, I just wanted to tell you that I'm almost done with the third book of the year. The book I'm reading right now is the third book of the Star Wars Aftermath series. That's fire.
That's awesome.
So I got a couple books that I pulled up from bookstore. One that has not anything for anyone else, but the other three are pretty cool. This one has nothing like anything else. I read this when I was younger. I'm going to read this now with my cousins. It's the
Tale of the Body Thief.
Yep. Nice. So I'm going to have that. I want to read this one right now because I already read Interview with the Vampire. So I'm going to read this one.
That is great.
So I am going to read in the Vampire Lestat right now, and then tell the Body Thief I will get done before the series, so I'll have all of that stuff read. So
I plan to finally start reading Project Hail Mary starting this weekend.
Oh man, it's so freaking good. It's so good.
And I want to finish it as quickly as possible. So, yeah.
So yeah, it was the best Superman super I've ever seen. See if I can pull that out my reading one, because dude, I don't know, man. I'm not going to. I guess I'll just show it to you guys. Man, looks fire, and the things that he does in this one, bruh. I'm just saying. I feel you, but no Laura Croft. I feel you. So again, the Patara earrings, I don't know, but it was cool as heck. Yeah. What up, Travis? How you feeling?
What's going on, Travis?
See, I love the Aftermath books. I'm also rereading them again. Well, I mean, there's going to be a lot of Star Wars things we got to talk about. So as soon as I get to the end of this stuff, we're going to bring up the first one. I think I liked it after seeing the very end of that issue. I was interested to see how everyone responds to the people coming in. Bro, great. So Jason's asking about Tank, his recovery. You know what? I'm going to stop by Tank's house either tomorrow or Monday, because I have about 5 comics I'm going to send to him. So, so even though he's been ordering them, they've been doing his whatnot thing, I still got some stuff for him. So this movie is absolute opposite. The last 5 minutes of the movie is peak, as the young kids say. All right, I'm too old to know what the young kids say. Well, I leave that to him, even though he likes to pretend like he's the young kids. I can't do it anymore.
Yeah, I'm getting kind of curious to see it. Like I said, I like Nia DaCosta. Happy that she's getting more work, especially like this. So we'll check it out. Like I said, might end up going tomorrow.
All right, you let me know what you think, because that'll let me know if I need to do anything on Saturday or not. I remember when I had a week off of vacation. I'm not going to edit anything or touch nothing for YouTube. And the first thing I do is take all the pictures for a thumbnail. Dude, my days off, I always make about 10 thumbnails. That's just what I do. Yeah, I'm like, all right, putting this stuff here. Yeah. Like I said, did you guys get snow at all? It's actually snowing right now.
It's snowing right now. Yeah, we've been getting snow. Yep.
So I do know that after trying representing Depeche Mode 28 years later, represents another 80s band, which I really like. Okay.
Let's see.
Fingers crossed. Says, I don't know if I do all 3 days. Did you do all 3 days? Because you didn't come Sunday, did you?
No, I came Sunday.
You did. You did meet us. Yeah, you're right. Because I was sitting there with Tank. I remember, and you did come. But I think I was there with my girls for a little bit. And yeah, you came out. You did come that third day. So Friday is always fun to go to. But it's at the end of the day. So if you miss Friday, you miss Friday, whatever. It's a lot of a few panels. We had Lord of the Rings last time, right? But Saturday morning is nuts.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, it's an absolute madness. Yeah. What would you want to do this Friday, this time? Would you like to go to Friday and then send our comics to get whatever we're going to get, graded and all that stuff, and then maybe hit up a few signatures, whatever. So Saturday we can just enjoy.
Yeah, and I definitely want to bring some stuff to get graded this year. I just got to go through my collection and figure out what.
Hey, don't forget, I already got a comic book for you that we're all going to get signed. I got 3 of us, so we'll all have those ready to go.
Cool. Yep. So yeah,
Travis said you should be Blade. You can pull that off, man. You can definitely pull it off.
I do Blade.
I like it, man.
Yeah. Something to think about for sure.
All right, X-Punisher UFC says, I don't care about the Avengers Doomsday, but just give us X-Men, just give us Kitty Pryde, give me Phantom X. Give us Rachel Summers. Give us Monet St. Croix. Gotrix. Give us Mystique and her wife Destiny. I think. I mean, if I'm doing X-Men, I'm gonna tell you the same thing I tell everyone when they did Ultimate X-Men, and he gave me a whole freaking comic book about none of the damn X-Men. If you do not have Storm, I need Storm. I need Cyclops. And then you can a story a lot. Jean Grey probably needs to be there. I need some Beast in there.
You could just start with the original old school lineup. You know, start with the old school lineup. Start with them. You know, have a Cyclops be the centerpiece, but still make it an ensemble where everyone gets to shine. But yeah, I'd be absolutely good if they started with the original lineup. Yeah.
I mean, look, we talk about X-Men. Sometimes you just want to hear like it just gets you hyped, right?
Exactly. One of the best animated theme songs ever.
Oh, it is.
It gets you so amped.
So the Punisher is banging. I like it. So I would like Grizzly as Usopp. Oh man. If I did that, Tank would have to like take pictures of everything. Can you imagine Tank? Oh, he would love it because he loves One Piece.
Mm-hmm.
So Killer Bee from Naruto. That's not bad. So you guys can pull off Syrax and Jax. You know what? Actually, what I might do, is put aluminum foil around my arms and go with just sleeveless because I got 21-inch arms and just be Jax from Mortal Kombat.
That'd be cool. That'd be great.
I'll definitely do that. Oh man, I would be a badass man.
That would be awesome. I'd be all for that. That would be dope.
Tony says, Brian, my hair's getting so long. Every time I put on a shirt or a hoodie, my hair gets stuck underneath. Yeah, it's a problem. Trust me. It's when I sit in the car, my hair, this is braided hair that's down this low. So when I take it out of the braids, it goes down here and it gets stuck everywhere. Try to kiss my wife, hair. I use my own hair to tie up my hair. Just tie it up behind. It's crazy. You used to have long hair, so you know what it is talking about. Don't worry about it. I know. I have pictures, guys. I got pictures. Brandman, you're going to love the Project Hail Mary book. It's probably one of the best science fiction books I've ever read. I've read in a long time. It's probably one of the best ones I've ever read. It's better than The Martian.
I've been hearing the same, so I'm definitely looking forward to checking it out soon.
And Nanette, what's up, Nanette? How you feeling?
Give me like 30 seconds from here.
Go ahead. You're good. You're good. Go ahead. All right. So Brand could go Dutch from Black Lagoon. Okay. I can see that. I'm too old, too baby. 28 weeks later, hands down the baddest ass zombie ever. When the helicopter pilot tilts the rotors and to mow down the field of zombies with them, GTA Vice City style. The best zombies. The best zombie. The thing that scared me the most, I thought was a great concept and a terrible ass movie, was World War Z. That's really freaks me out thinking about them being able to go do the stuff that they did, but it just didn't translate the way I thought it was going to. 20 weeks later is good. Dawn of the Dead was really good. I want zombie. I'm afraid of zombies that run after you. I want those type of zombies that come in after they come in sprinting at you. They're ready to tear you up. That's what you really want from all this stuff, though. Let's see. I got. You ain't no Jax. Look here, brother. You know what? Me and you gonna fight. First off, I want to do some ignorant stuff and do a workout video and send it just to you. So you know. That's all right. I got you. I got you. So he'll be a killer bee. He has to rap everything he says. Man, that'd be nuts. I was watching a video about Marvel DC copying each other. Marvel was the one who copied most of, but mostly beat the originals when whereas DC couldn't most of the time beat the OG. Huh. I mean, think about it. So we think about Superman, and then you think about Captain Marvel or Marvel, the original. You think about Batman, Iron Man, and Batman is probably the A list, and Iron Man is really a C or D list, right? You think about there's no one that's really Superman but Hyperion and Sentry. They try to do a lot of that stuff, but no one's really that. You think about Norse God, they do copy a lot of. I think Marvel copy more DC than DC copy Marvel.
With certain characters, I could definitely see that.
I mean, the best OG of them, all of them. So I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Sidious says, I can't wait for Mortal Kombat 2. How do you feel, B? Go ahead. Tell me.
I'm still mad at that movie. I'm still mad at Warner Brothers. I'm so angry at them for that delay. That delay was such bullshit. And I know, granted, at this point,
you just wanted to wait till the last second to, what was it, 5 weeks before the movie comes out?
5 weeks before the movie came out. I legitimately hope this comes back to bite them in the ass, this decision. You know, I'm gonna see it. I'm just so angry at them about that movie. I'm just so angry about that delay. That delay was such bullshit. I hope the movie's decent, and I know at this point in time it's not terribly far off, but God, I'm just so mad at them about that.
I see. I understand. Travis says, just put two giant Three Musketeer sleeves around your arms. Dude, I'm telling you, I literally have 21 inch arms. Like it's ridiculous. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I could pull that off.
You definitely could.
Man. I'm glad you're chatting with us. I appreciate it. Definitely. Brian is 2027, 2028. I hit my 10-year mark of cancer free because back in the 16, I found out I had cancer in 2017. Then they went first stereotactic radiation in 2018. Oh my gosh, dude, Collector, the fact that you were able to get through that, I'm just glad that you were able to get through it. Being cancer free is the greatest thing. Cancer is the worst sickness that I can even imagine. I hate it so much, and I'm just glad you were able to beat it, and that's amazing. You are a superstar to do that. So I'm feeling better than that. I am so glad you're feeling better. Appreciate that. Yeah, I'm just appreciate you being here. When you're sick, and I mean, and you're sometimes you feel even more alone because you can't go out and see everybody, and that's why when you come in, and even if you're sick, I really appreciate it. I feel better when I'm sick and I get to come talk to you guys. So you guys keep me up and pick me up. So thank you. So how are you doing? Yeah, that's tired and busy.
Oh yeah.
Like I said, but my mom hit the 10-year mark. She's going to do a nice special gift for me either. I'm going to go on a trip with her, and she's going to get me a PS6 or a Switch 2. Man, that is fire.
Yeah, that is.
And you deserve it. Don't be nice to him. Don't be nice to him. This man over here being nice to him. Oh, I'm scared. That's all right, man. Because New York Comic Con, you don't have to bring your butt over close to New York. I got you. Got you. Just wait.
The New York Comic Con is more closer to the end of the year, fall. Right?
October. Yeah. So Dawn of the Dead 2024 was awesome as fuck. I agree.
Yeah, it is.
I agree.
One of the better remakes for sure.
The opening 28 weeks later is every dad trying to get out, change the baby's poopy diaper.
I'm gonna have to revisit 28 weeks later. It's I haven't seen it in so long. I forgot how it opened.
Oh shit. Wish I had. I wish I could show you, but man.
Mhm.
Said, but if I do end up going on a trip with my mom, and if I do, I will go to Chicago if you guys want. All three of you guys can meet up and hang out. I have no problem with that, man. Especially you can be one of my covers.
All right. Mhm.
For me, the tie is Hawkeye and Green Arrow. Two great characters, very different. I don't like Hawkeye.
I'm fine with Hawkeye. Like his solo runs never really did a whole lot for me. I haven't even touched Ultimate Hawkeye yet.
Yeah, why?
Yeah, but I'm fine with the character. I think I definitely like Green Arrow more
because Green Arrow did a lot of stuff with Green Lantern. Green Arrow and Green Lantern were together a lot, so I read those books because I love Green Lantern. So seeing both of them.
Yep. I
So
love
Tony
Green Lantern.
Stark is Tony Stark is Bruce Wayne in cyborg tech.
Okay. On surface level, yeah, I could definitely see it. Both billionaires. Yeah.
You put that stuff on them, look, you feel it. You see it, right?
Yeah. Both have pretty much unlimited resources, so.
Wade Wilson is Slade Wilson. Beetle is Blue Beetle. Captain Boomerang is Boomerang. That's too much. He says Mortal Kombat 2 is going to be hot trash. He hated Mortal Kombat 1. So it's I know where the hate's coming from behind, so.
Which is understandable. Even as someone who found most of it entertaining, I could definitely see how people could hate the movie. I thought, I thought not having the tournament was kind of a bad idea. Them training for we go to Mortal Kombat because we want to see the tournament.
Yeah, why am I getting I don't need an origin story for freaking and create a character and have a movie with a created character and an origin story. I don't need that.
Freaking stupid Cole Young. I freaking hated Cole. I hate Cole.
You still do. And the only hope is that he dies 3 minutes into the movie.
Yeah. Like I said, it doesn't even need to be an on-screen death. He's such a nothing character that he doesn't even deserve the dignity of an on-screen death. You just say he fell down a flight of stairs or something.
So who is the equal to Spider-Man? So there is no equal to Spider-Man. But if you want to say who is like Spider-Man, you go with Static Shock, I guess would be more.
I think that's probably the most comparable character-wise.
Yeah, but I don't think you can say equal because there's no one equal to Spider-Man. Spider-Man there's Batman, there's Spider-Man, there's Superman a little bit lower, and then there's everybody else.
Yeah. I think comparison, like as characters, like as like if Peter Parker had a character equal, I'd say Virgil for sure.
Oh yeah, I like that. Yeah, it does. It works. You have Deadshot, Bullseye, Adam, Ant-Man, Flash, Quicksilver, Timberwolf, Wolverine, Deathstroke, Deadpool, Aquaman, Namor. Well, no, Namor, not Namor. Two different things. Doom Patrol, X-Men. Bro, you did it.
Yeah, you got them all.
So Tank says celebrating. So happy for Collector. Collector's amazing. You are amazing, man. I mean, honestly, this is great. Marvel and DC both have villains throwing boomerangs, loses to both in the right to accuse each other of plagiarism. Okay. Oh yeah, this one's crazy. Silver Surfer and Black Racer.
Nice. Nice.
So keep hydrated. Yeah, I have to because when I'm talking too much, it's too much to drink. I have to keep on drinking. Do you think James Gunn will stay with Warner Brothers if Trump administration helps Dave Ellison when Warner Brothers acquisition. I think that Netflix is going to avoid a lot of it and go full cash offer immediately and try to get away from this.
Yeah.
I mean, but this administration, bruh, this administration is something, man. I don't even know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah.
It's exhausting to think about.
So 20 weeks leaving your woman because of a bad decision. Word. If Mortal Kombat 2 fails, just go back to animation.
You know,
but
what?
Mortal Kombat in 1995 was fire though.
Yeah, like my only thing with Mortal Kombat 1995, and I still watch it here and there because it's a fun movie. Like, I think my only complaint was it not being R-rated. But I know they wanted to make it more accessible to kids at the time, hence the PG-13 rating.
I mean, he did suck the dude's, body dry.
Yeah,
and then he went like this and had that soul go into his eye. Like that, some of that stuff was fire.
Yeah, we need those fatalities. I want to see like spines ripped out and people being dismembered.
You have never gonna be able to do that in 1995.
Yeah,
like never.
Yeah. Well, yeah, of course. Like kids were the biggest demographic when it came to Mortal Kombat.
Mm-hmm.
But one thing that I will give the new ones is that they are going R-rated, and they're not shying away from the gore or violence factor.
So, I have faith in the new Mortal Kombat movie. I'm going to see it, but I'm going to see it on a $5 Tuesday. Exactly. I agree. Like, what the F with this rich variety of characters, and you put a brand new random character as a lead of Mortal Kombat? Why, dude?
So interesting.
If it's not Johnny Cage or if it's not Liu Kang, I don't want it.
Yeah, who wants it? So interesting fact: Cole Young was actually a studio mandated character. I don't know if I've mentioned that on the channel, but he wasn't even in the original script, and then Warner Brothers and New Line decided we needed an audience surrogate, so they pushed for the creation of Cole. And you could tell that the screenwriters weren't even invested in this character either, because they gave him such a generic storyline. They gave him such a generic power. Literal plot armor was his power.
Did you carry him? The power of plot armor. It's the worst. Was boring in the first movie. It's sad to see how charismatic the actor was in Cobra Kai season 6.
Yeah, like Louis Tan is actually talented. I feel bad for talking about him when it comes to Cole, but just such a lame character.
It's just what you just said. Exactly what you just Ace just said. It's all in the work and what he has to work with, Travis. It was bad writing with the first movie. It just was.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, like I'm cool with the new one focusing on Johnny Cage, even though if I had my way, it would just be Liu Kang.
100%. I just want Liu Kang. I don't even need it. But if you're gonna do Johnny Cage is actually works a little bit, but I always feel like it's Liu Kang first, and then you go ahead and put Johnny Cage.
Johnny Cage or Sonya,
He can't be the lead though.
Yeah.
Writing. The best fight was in the last one with Scorpion.
Oh yeah, in the last movie, that was awesome. The opening fight scene and the final fight scene were both awesome.
Yeah, we get faster. Look at this. I agree. I knew the actor, he wanted to be the Iron Fist, and since that he's been kind of struggling to find a project that he really sticks to the landing. I would have loved him as Iron Fist.
Me too. Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Scorpion's Revenge was fire. They just had to do that.
Mm-hmm. Scorpion's Revenge was a good one. The animated stuff, heck, even that cage match was kind of fun. The 80s Johnny Cage one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It was fun. I really like the animation in it.
But you can say people weren't really a fan of this character in Cobra Kai, but it didn't matter though, right? Because you wasn't supposed to be a fan of him.
Exactly. And he was solid in it. He's capable. Louis Tan is capable. he was in another one. I think on Netflix. I think the one that he was on was Wu Assassins. I can't. I think that was the show that he was on. I'm trying to remember. He was definitely on some martial arts show. I'm just trying to remember which one it was. Yeah, Wu Assassins. It's kind of like a lesser known one. It started like in 2019. He was pretty decent in that.
I want to run through
But
these real quick, guys, because we got to get started on some of these trailers and some of the talks topics. But same here, Tony, have been for years. We have any trailers tonight? Yes, we have 2 trailers right now. Mortal Kombat 95 was never going to be beaters. Probably one of the best video game characters. Yes, I agree. Oh no, I got a rant. Oh, good lord, here we go. I can't go Trump. I don't even want to talk about the dude.
I'm not even open. I'm not even opening that can of worms. I'm not going to talk about Cankles McTaco Tits tonight. That's what I call him. He's Cankles McTaco Tits.
So trigger warning. Oh, here we go. Cole Young was an industry plant. Yes, we know that. Mortal Kombat 1 was also what the fuck? Really? I did not like that. Oh, that's interesting.
Are we talking about 95 or 2021? Presumably 2021.
If he loved that one, I mean, I just didn't like him.
I was entertained by it. I thought it was an entertaining time for the most part. There were elements of it that I liked. I just think they like I said, they went wrong with the Cole character. But and like I said, I understand
Luke Kang the secondary character, a tertiary character. How do you do Luke Kang?
Yeah, and like the actor who plays him was a solid pick. I like Ludi Lin. Like I thought he looked the part. Dude's like super ripped for the character. I thought he worked with what he had, but Liu should have been the main character. Like they could have focused on Liu Kang and Kung Lao, and I would have been good with it because Kung Lao was super cool in that movie.
Who the hell needs anybody else?
Yeah, and if we're doing this Arcana shit where you need like a dragon marking to be to participate in the tournament, if that's the angle they were going with, they could have had Sonya be the audience surrogate, because if you remember, she had to like earn her right to participate in the tournament. So you have an existing character right there. Boom.
That we can enjoy. You could have used her Sonya. You could use Drax. Jax. You could have done that. There's no need to create a character. Create a character. What the hell? So, or Scorpion, if someone you want to lead. By the way, you guys have to watch Mortal Kombat animated movies. I've watched a couple of them actually.
The animated ones are fun. The animated ones are great. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the animated. This is actually making me want to rewatch them because I think they're all on HBO Max.
They are all. I was just about to say that. Yep.
The animated Mortal Kombat movies are great.
Mm-hmm. Tony says Cole Young had Christmas themed Reynolds wrap armor.
That's good. That's good. I like that.
So Kenshi was the only one I didn't like. Yeah, got you. He's the one from Deadpool from Mojo World.
Yeah,
I wish I could play more represented right now. Yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was entertained by it. There were some great elements, specifically the costumes and visuals, and some of the actors. Yeah, but it's missing something. It is.
Yeah, the trailer for the second movie seems to kind of like up its game in terms of the fight sequences. Because I remember the fight sequences in the first movie, aside from the Scorpion Sub-Zero fights, I feel like the rest of them weren't really anything special. They weren't bad. They were just unremarkable. And you really, really have to bring it with the fight scenes in a Mortal Kombat movie. I agree. That's an absolute must. You have to have a lot of versatility according to the different characters in terms of the fighting styles and stuff like that. So you really can't slouch on that. So I'm hoping that's one of the mistakes that they learned for this upcoming sequel. Going by the trailer, it looked like they stepped their games up with the fight scenes, but again, we'll see.
You gotta have good characters too, though.
Yeah, and like I said, man, there's years and years and years in games upon games and upon games of Mortal Kombat content to pull from when it comes to the characters. we didn't need the Cole guy, so I'm hoping again they've learned from that mistake too. It's cool that it's going to focus on Johnny Cage, even though I'm still in the air about the casting for Johnny Cage. Much as I love Carl Urban,
It's
you
kind of
know,
old.
he's kind of old. I guess they're going for the MK11 Johnny Cage, where he's older and past his prime. So I'm I'm gonna wait it out to see how that goes. It could work. Carl Urban is a really good actor, and he does have comedic chops that I could see kind of
I
lending
mean, look at
themselves.
the boys. I mean,
Look at
come
the
on,
boys.
we know. Yeah,
Look at Star Trek.
exactly.
Um, so I'm not gonna count him out, even though he wasn't who I think of for Johnny. Like when I see Carl Urban, I think more along the lines of Kano, but of course we have a Kano.
Exactly. I agree.
Um,
I do think Kano when I see him. Yeah. If
mhm,
he's back from Mortal Kombat 2 somehow. Hey, you can do it in Star Wars, you can do it in Mortal Kombat. It works.
mhm.
Jack's crushing heads like a mofo. And it's I'm going to check them out because I have HBO Max. It's fire. It's fire. All
Yeah.
right. I'm going to pull this thing up real quick because I really wanted to get to this because I think this is a conversation that we should have.
Mhm.
All right.
Yeah, let's go.
I'm going to hit the transition button because I think this has to be a topic. So here we go. All right, welcome back to the Spoiler Kings, guys. We have some news today. Huge news. I don't know if you guys heard, but it looks like Catherine Kennedy might be in her last week as head of Lucasfilms. Walt Disney has announced it officially. I'm going to read this real quick, and then I want to ask Brandman a couple of questions. Says, as Kathleen Kennedy steps down from Lucasfilm's leadership to returning to producing, Dave Filoni will lead the studio as president and chief creative officer alongside Lin-Wen Brennan as co-president, who actually, I believe she was general manager announced in like 2016. So she's been in that capacity for the last 10 years.
Mhm.
Lucasfilm announced today, after 14 years of leading the studio, President Kathleen Kennedy is stepping down and away from her role. Kennedy will return full-time producing, including studio's upcoming features as The Mandalorian Grogu, of course she is, and Star Wars Starfighter. That makes me worry about that. Dave Filoni, who worked closely with the creator George Lucas to build Lucasfilm's animation department on Star Wars Clone Wars and helped launch the Star Wars live action series along Jon Favreau on The Mandalorian, will take creative leadership of the company as the president and chief creative officer, and Lin-Wen Brennan will serve as co-president. Their close collaboration and more than 30 years of combined senior executive experience will carry Lucasfilm into the next chapter of storytelling with the strong foundation of creative vision and operational leadership building the studio forward. My love of storytelling was shaped by the films that Kathleen Kennedy and George Lucas made. I never dreamed I would be privileged to learn the craft of filmmaking for both of them, said Filoni. Both Ray and Grogu, Kathy has overseen the greatest expansion of Star Wars storytelling on screen that we have ever seen. I am incredibly grateful for Kathy, George, Bob Iger, Alan Bergman for their trust and opportunity to lead Lucasfilm in this new role. Doing my job I truly love. May the force be with you. Lucasfilm has also such a meaningful part of my life, said Brenneman. I've been it's a community of inspiring storytellers with a rebel spirit like no other. I am honored to join Dave Filoni in leadership, leading us forward. I have been so fortunate to learn from George Lucas, Kathy Kennedy, Alan Bergman, and have unwavering faith in Dave's creative vision for the next chapter of the story studio's legacy. Okay. We gotta say tells about what Filoni's done, how Brenneman's been with Lucasfilm since 1999. She's been general manager of Lucasfilm since vice president and president of Lucasfilm since 2015. All that stuff. What are your thoughts on this news?
With Kathleen Kennedy stepping down,
Yeah. Or was it
um,
Ding Dong, the witch is dead? Or was it
don't
celebrate?
don't
Celebration
let the
time.
door hit you where the good Lord split you.
Yeah, no, I mean, Kathleen Kennedy has done great things too.
Mhm.
I don't want anyone to think. I think as a producer, she's been more than competent. She's done a lot of stuff as a producer. She's done good things with Star Wars. She's also done a lot of questionable things that have been more marketing than it is for than storytelling.
Mhm. I think, and yeah, I can agree with that. I think where she went wrong for me is she was a little too agenda driven, and I don't care what gender a protagonist is at all, but I think you need to do it right. You need to treat them like a character and not a prop to push your agenda, whatever agenda that you want to go for.
You do have to be careful with that. And
You
I know
you you
agenda
really
pushing is something that is a hard word to say,
yeah,
but
and it's definitely tough, man. I think that I think that she was too focused on that. Um, and it kind of got a little obnoxious for me, and it just didn't land. She was putting that foremost rather than over quality, it seemed.
okay.
So I think Dave Filoni, John Favreau, hopefully he's involved in some capacity. I think that they're responsible for Mandalorian, which I absolutely love. They're responsible for some of the more high quality content in the past 11 or so years of new Star Wars content we've been getting. So if Dave Filoni is going to be in charge, I'm definitely here for that.
Okay.
Mhm.
What if so? Have you heard anything about the fact that she pushed for Lin Wen to be part of this? The fact that she's been general manager and she didn't want to feel like she's been overstepped. And the reason why Kathleen Kennedy was able to walk away is because Lin Wen Brennan finally was allowed to be co-president.
I
What
do.
do you think about
I feel like even if she does step down, in some capacity, there will still be involvement.
it? Mm-hmm.
And I think this is kind of the first hint at that. I feel like even though like she's going to be gone, she's not going to be gone. I think in some capacity there's going to be involvement, or at the very least influence.
Yeah, I mean, but I think that because people will listen to her, but I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, you don't follow her directions for creative officer. I do believe that both Lucasfilm and Walt Disney didn't trust Filoni to do this on Filoni to do it alone. And if you're going to bring, I don't mind Lin-Wen Brennan being someone who, as I said, she was general manager of this of Lucasfilm for the last 8 or 9 years. She's been doing this
Mhm.
almost actually 10 years. She's been doing this. So, but her name hadn't come up recently, and it felt like someone was trying to overstep her. And I think that was a big thing for Kathleen Kennedy. That I'm not going to step aside until you get this right. And I could see that Kathleen Kennedy. We see her. She agenda, whatever you want to call it, whatever.
Mhm.
I do think that she's made. I think it might be a good business decision, regardless.
Mhm.
And if that's what she did, and that was her sticking point, maybe I'm okay with it. Honestly,
Mhm.
if someone who's been there for 26 years, 27 years, has worked the way up all the way up, she's done the business part of it. She's already running the business part of it. Why not allow her to continue to do it? I did find it interesting they made her co-president.
Mhm.
Though we have Filoni as chief creative officer and co-president. The fact that he's not president alone, she's not vice president, they're co-presidents. So I wonder how that power dynamic
Mhm.
will work. It's working in DC right now, but it seems like as far as anything that's going with DC things, we know who's doing it, and then we have the business part of it, who's doing it. Is that how
Mhm.
Lucasfilm is going to work?
It could. I'm not ruling that out at all. Like I said, like I said, she's going to remain involved in some way, shape, or form, why not this way?
Well,
I
I don't
don't
know
know.
if they might be pulling Kathleen Kennedy away from you. Maybe they are, but I think no matter what, having Lin Brennan, I think Lin Brennan is going to be very vocal into what's going on. And I think the business part of it, because she's been running the business, Matt works with her. So instead of giving it to someone, we kept on saying like Favreau, she probably fits the bill better.
Yeah, just because of her tenure and experience in Hollywood as a whole. Favreau's been involved for in Hollywood for quite some time, but she still has I think it's going to be a seniority thing.
Running the company for the last 10 years is what you do.
Yeah, she's had a lot of experience doing that. Even though Jon Favreau has experience in Hollywood, it's kind of lesser compared to hers.
I agree.
So I think her history, Google it, man, it speaks for itself. Despite what we may think of how she handles Star Wars, she's very successful and has a longstanding career and track record in the industry. So, like I said, that's probably going to give her a leg up.
I don't know. For me, honestly, I think Kathleen Kennedy can finish up the things that she wanted to do, and she can move on.
Yeah,
and I really don't care what she does with that. Lin Brennan is going to be interesting. I want to see how involved she's going to be. Is this going to be more DC? I feel like it might be with like James Gunn, how he was, how he's doing it. I think Filoni has enough time to get this done. And I'm interested to see the way he pushes the story of Star Wars. And do we get after Starfighter, Knights of the Old Republic? Does he go away from what we know about the Skywalker saga? Does he go away to bring it back? I mean, Filoni has done a lot of good things too, but he's not used to running a company, and I don't know how that's going to work. And I mean, is Lucasfilm at the bottom of the barrel right now, and only way is up, or is he going to pull someone and ask someone like J.J. Abrams to come and do something and ruin it even further?
Good point. Yeah, I didn't even stop to think about that. Yeah, that's a great point.
So, I mean, we just got to see what happens, how that's going to work. I'm interested to see where they go. I know a lot of people, you guys like, Andor. I didn't like Andor, but I did like Ahsoka, a little bit.
Yeah,
I'm interested to see what Ahsoka 2 can bring. I wonder if Ahsoka 2 is going to be the line where things change for what's going on with Filoni.
Yeah, I liked Ahsoka as well. The worst that I could say about Ahsoka is the last episode or two. They kind of not fumbled, but
the fighting was bad.
Yeah, it started out really strong, I thought. But there's a lot. Needless to say, it's nothing that they can't improve in a second season. So I hope again that they learned their lesson. Andor I enjoyed because it was a little more kind of adult or mature than what we're used to when it comes to Star Wars. And I like the whole political thriller or political drama element that they went to. But again, I understand why it would not be for everyone when it comes to Star Wars, the Star Wars.
It ain't Star Wars.
Mandalorian, I absolutely love, and that even goes for the third season, even though it was kind of lesser. Legend of Boba Fett, I could really do without. It was just very. I wouldn't even call it bad. I was just middle of the road on it. I was just kind of like, all right, when it came to it,
Yeah.
Some of the, obviously the Acolyte. It was
a mistake.
It was
a misstep. It was a mistake.
It was an interesting idea. But yeah, it was a definite misstep for sure. Okay. But kind of got to see how things are going to pan out. you know.
All right. I'm going to wrap this up with saying this. Once again, I'm glad Kathleen Kennedy is stepping down. I'm glad that we're getting Dave Filoni actually being chief creative officer, which he kind of was already that, and also president. I think that that Brendan is actually a good person because Brendan has been already been doing this. So I think it's actually a good thing. And I think that you're going to get a lot of hate. I still think you're going to have a lot of hate. I think there's going to be a lot of people out there, a lot of creators are going to tell you that you don't need this, you know, Filoni should be doing it by himself, but I don't think he knows the business end of it. And I'm all for it. And I think this could be a good thing. And I don't want to join in any hate. So it is what it is.
Same.
Okay. All right. So let's check this out. Seen Collective saying a few things, and I am glad it's changing. So I did see that. So yeah, ding dong, the Wicked Witch is gone. That's terrible. All right, I'm not trying to be that mean, but I say the two good things that she did is put Star Wars and Andor and Rogue One. I agree with Rogue One. I hate Andor.
Love Rogue One.
I hate Andor, but I love Rogue One. I think good storytelling works as long as you know the force is out there. The only thing I'm worried about John Filoni, John Favreau, he means Jay Filoni, is that we're going to get a bunch of Ahsoka stuff and animated stuff. Does that worry you?
Not me. If it especially if it lands, I'm always game for more Rosario Dawson. You're never gonna see me complain about that. And a lot of the animated stuff has been pretty good too. So
I think the animated stuff is probably the best stuff that they've done. You know, Clone Wars was the ish. So I don't know.
Clone Wars is dope. Yeah. So
what up, Zach?
Oh, what's going on, Zach?
So I did like Ahsoka a little bit. I did like Obi-Wan for a few episodes, and I do like Mandalorian all 3 seasons, even though the 3rd season isn't that good. And I think Zach says it all, right? He says Star Wars needs a change. Somehow you need to change what's going on. And hopefully this works out. I think it does work out. But if Kathleen Kennedy stood on 10 toes down to say you need to bring in Lin Brennan, I'm surprisingly with it. Bring someone who knows the business end of this. That not just the name, because we need to know the name, but someone who's actually been running the business end. So I like it. I like it a lot. But that is what I'm thinking. This is what Brandman's thinking. I want to know what you guys think. If you guys are with this idea of Lucasfilm giving leadership to Dave Filoni, giving Lin Brennan, this co-president, do you like this idea, or is it going to be good going forward for Star Wars? Do we need new, fresh stories, fresh faces, fresh ideas, or what? Let us know what you guys are thinking. You know, if you're watching this a little later, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Let us know what you guys are thinking about all this stuff. And we're going to move on to our next topic. So thank you guys for listening. And yeah, we'll see you later.
See you.
All right. That is actually very difficult to do that and move things around. You think I'm used to doing it on a rewind, but I am not. All right. We talked a little bit about God of War. We talked a little about Tomb Raider. I want to bring up The Bride. Is that okay? You think?
Yeah, let's go.
All right. Let's do this. Let me pull it up first. All right. Let's talk about that. Give me 3 seconds. Because I wanted to make it. It's Maggie Gyllenhaal, right? She's the one that did it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let's get this going then. And what's up, guys? Back to Spoiler Kings. I'm Brian the Grizzly here with Brandman, and we're going to watch another trailer. Brandman called me today and said, look, we got to watch The Bride. So guess what we're going to do? We're about to watch The Bride. Let me pull it up, and let's check this out, man. Damn.
Yeah.
Wow. All right. 1930s, Chicago, The Bride. All right. Tell me what you thought about it, B.
Definitely did a little bit more for me than the first trailer did. The first trailer was kind of hard to get a read on this, and to be honest, the first trailer kind of turned me off to the movie because it just seemed very try hard. This does a little bit more for me. I like the whole visually. I really like what Maggie Gyllenhaal seems to be going for. Definitely seems very appropriate. Christian Bale's one of my all-time favorite actors. I absolutely love him. So he crushes any role that he's in, and I love just how much he dedicates himself to a role. Jesse Buckley is pretty good too. So I'm kind of warming up to the whole feel of the movie that Maggie Gyllenhaal seems to be going for. The whole kind of frenzied, kind of frenetic vibe that the trailers give off. I'm still not sure if I'm going to rush out to see it. All that said, but I will watch it for the sake of the channel. But I'm a little more interested. This trailer sold me a little bit more than the previous one did. I think even if this movie does fall flat, Christian Bale and Jesse Buckley are gonna end up being the best things about it, just because they're both that good.
Okay. That was really, really strange.
It's very bizarre, right?
It's bizarre. 1930 Chicago. This is like Great Depression, very gangster. A lot of, you think Capone, you think of all that stuff. Here's my thing. I think that this is coming at the wrong time. If that makes any sense. I look at it, I say, March. I don't know if I'm going to go see it. If I'm going to take time or money away from the things that I was already going to see to check this out. Because of the channel, I will watch it. But if I was a regular person going out there, I don't know if they would have grabbed me by this. Definitely go check it out. This goes without saying. But it's strange. It's really strange. And after seeing Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein, I can understand. And the DC stuff that we've gotten for The Bride, I don't know if it's too much. Maybe it's too much and too soon. So, but it didn't grab me yet. But I want to check out the movie and see.
Yeah. Maybe we'll be surprised. But yeah, March seems a really weird
time
release for this movie. This is more of an October release.
And there's room there. There's room there. Why are we doing this? Why are you trying to compete with all this other stuff that's coming out in March and April when this could do killer in October?
Yeah, and let's see the exact release date. I'm pulling that up at the moment. When in March?
March 6th.
March 6th.
Only theaters March 6th.
So it's carved out a little bit of time for itself, but I'm just curious if how many people are going to give it the time of day.
I'm just surprised that more movies like this don't give the season that is coming out more of a thought.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, those the season when you're thinking about thinking creepy and something that's weird and all that stuff, it's Halloween time. I mean, I think you talked about that even this past year. Why are you not taking advantage of this time period? Why are you pushing it in March?
Yeah. You know, and October again, even this past October, because I think they've been finished with this movie for a while. That would have been a great time, because October was there was
boring.
A lot of space this past. Yeah,
it was boring.
Heck, we were just talking about Mortal Kombat 2. That's when that shit was supposed to come out.
100%. Yeah,
they would have been all good.
It fits the feeling more. I'm disappointed that they didn't do it during those times, but I think it could have been better. I think it could have been better. But I still gonna watch the movie, still give it a chance. It's going to be one of those movies that it could be really good, but I wonder if it underperforms because of that. So, but that is just our opinion on that. So I don't know what everyone else. It might be the whole world. The world might go and see it, and we'd be wrong.
Does the vibe and the tone of am I alone in this? Does the vibe of these trailers and just like the overall feel seem too try hard to you? Like it's trying very hard to be edgy and biting? Yeah. Okay. So that's not just me. Like
Maggie Gyllenhaal, I actually like Maggie Gyllenhaal, but
I don't like Jake Gyllenhaal too.
I don't like Jake Gyllenhaal. So it's hard, and the fact that he's in there is gonna be like whatever.
I like them both. I like the Gyllenhaals. Be interesting to see how she does directing something. So I'm definitely curious about that.
Let's look at what everyone else is saying.
Wait it out and see.
They said, "What the hell was that?" So yeah, this definitely moved the needle for me a little bit. Okay, yeah, but it definitely I can see it moving the needle. I mean, I hear even what B's saying, right?
Yeah, like I said, it made me feel a lot better than the first trailer did.
So I probably see it on the $5 Tuesday. Fernando says, "I love strange movies like this. I will watch it." I mean, I do too, but don't you think you catch more people during the right time? Even September, going into the Halloween season.
As we're entering the Halloween season, we'll see.
What up, JG? How you feeling, bro?
Like I said, Christian Bale's the man. I've never seen a performance from him that he really didn't. He's no slouch. He always he always gives it 110%. And like I said, so does Jesse Buckley, who I've been paying more attention to in more recent years. So, like I said, if all else fails, the two of them will carry the show.
So Fernando says, "I agree 100%. This movie should have been in October." What's up, Kal-El? How you feeling? It says horror people think every day is Halloween, so horror will do well anytime. I honestly don't like horror movies at Christmas time. I got you. So JG said it will be on Prime a month afterward. I'll catch it then. It might, man.
It might.
Yeah.
Things have been showing up on Prime faster than usual.
Can you pull up the movies that are coming out in March and April? Because I know Michael comes out in April. What else comes out in March and April? Because I know Project Hail Mary is March 16th.
I know in also in March, Ready or Not 2 is coming out.
Ready or Not 2.
Mario Galaxy is coming out.
The monster Mario Galaxy. What day is that coming out?
That is, according to this, April 3rd.
Okay.
That's probably why Frigging Ready or Not 2 moved up to like the end of March. They didn't want that smoke.
I don't want that smoke. I wouldn't do that either.
No,
I feel you.
Mario's going to dominate the entirety of April, most likely going into May. I know The Mummy is coming out.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's going to be the other big one. And Michael is going to be April 24th.
24th, yeah. No.
So yeah, Mario Galaxy will probably dominate for those several weeks until the Michael movie comes out, and then we're in May, where Devil Wears Prada is going to be coming out. Actually, a week after Michael, they might want to reconsider that. They might want to shift that release date. Mortal Kombat, of course. Let's see what else. Mandalorian at the end of the month. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting. So I mean, I guess it could do well, because it's March 6th. I mean, Hoppers comes out March 6th that same week. So
I keep forgetting about Hoppers.
For good reason, because they haven't done any promotions for it, not knowing exactly what's going to be. So I understand. I really do.
Yeah. And honestly, the trailers for Hoppers haven't been doing terribly much for me. I don't think it looks awful at all, but trailers just have not been doing a whole lot for me, unfortunately.
I don't like the story. I don't think the story sounds good.
It's the same plot as Avatar.
It is. Are they still doing the Monsters universe? It looks like they could bring it back. I know there's another Frankenstein movie and now The Bride, but the other Frankenstein movie was fire.
Mm-hmm. Guillermo del Toro one?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, that was amazing.
I just feel like it might be too close. You should maybe give some air and let it breathe.
Yeah.
And they could do The Invisible Man could be in there too. We got The Mummy coming out there too. So yeah. If they want to do something interesting.
Yeah, I wonder if they'll ever reattempt the monster universe that they were trying to do, or the dark universe, I think is what they were calling it. I'd be game for a monsterverse. Unfortunately, they just got off to a bad start with the Tom Cruise Mummy.
Yeah, I hear it, and that movie was terrible. But this is what we think about The Bride. I want to hear what you guys think about it. If you're watching this later, let us know if you're interested in going to see the Bride on March 6th. Do you want to see a Monsters universe? What are your opinions on it? Also, if you're watching this later, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Come and follow us as we're gonna go over all the movies. We're gonna watch all the movies and kind of give you reviews on each one of them as it come out. Cannot wait to do that. Can't wait to hear everyone's opinions on these things. But until then, guys, we're going to move on to our next topic. So thanks for watching.
Thanks, guys.
Hit the wrong one. Dude, there's so much to do. Jason said Christian Bale versus Jacob Elordi. Yeah. Let's see who does it better with the monster.
Yeah, that'll be interesting to see. Yeah, that'll be interesting to see because Jacob Elordi was so good, just in terms of his mannerisms and just the way that he carried himself, his vocal delivery. At the same time, this seems like it's going to be a totally different animal. A little more of a stylized, well, not even stylized, because hell, Guillermo del Toro has like a very went for a very stylized feel as well. But I think this one's going to be a little more flashy. And Christian Bale, like I said, even if he's in a bad movie, Christian Bale just doesn't miss. He always immerses himself, like he always goes all in on his role. Like that's a dude who takes his craft very, very seriously, which I appreciate. I really admire that about him. So we'll see. I'm gonna wait until I see Christian Bale's performance. I'm not sure I'd want to necessarily compare the two, but kind of rather look at them as their own entities. But we'll
What
see.
if I told you there's something I didn't like about what he said?
What's that?
Something that Christian Bale said, and he talked about her being the bride of Frankenstein.
Mm-hmm.
And she said, no, I'm just the bride, right?
Mm-hmm.
Something I didn't, he said the bride of Frankenstein, but Frankenstein was never Frankenstein. The monster would never call himself Frankenstein. Frankenstein's the doctor. So
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how much I liked that.
I get that.
Is that wrong with me to say that? Is it weird to have that type of thought?
Well, elaborate a little bit because I think I get what you're saying, but just kind of
So
expand on that.
for me, like the monster himself, even when we saw in Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein, really didn't call himself. He never called himself Frankenstein. Frankenstein's is the doctor.
Yeah,
he's the monster. In the story, that's just he's not the bride. Why would the monster call himself the bride, the Frankenstein, and then call her the bride of Frankenstein?
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't make any sense.
Okay, yeah, that makes I follow.
The monster will never call her the bride of Frankenstein, especially if you really look at the story, right? With the monster or the doctor tried to take over her, right?
Mm-hmm.
Had that sexual relationship with her. Why would he say that? I just think that just doesn't work with Mary Shelley's story.
Yeah, no, that now I understand what you're saying. Yep, I definitely get that.
I just don't like it. I really don't.
Yeah, it's
so
a little.
We also had the werewolf last year, so the stars could align.
That was not a werewolf. That was a hairless frigging. I don't know what it was. That wasn't a werewolf.
I hear you. I agree. I definitely agree with that.
The werewolves are like one of my favorite like supernatural creatures, horror creatures. I expect something very specific when it comes to a werewolf or a Wolfman movie, and that just again did not do nearly as much as it should have with the content, which is one of the most frustrating things for me.
Yeah, that one missed some hair.
Yeah, you can't have a werewolf in an isolated area. The werewolf did nothing. It did nothing. It did nothing.
So get you all started, man.
I was in a charitable mood that day when I saw that movie. So I was kind to it the first time I saw it. And then when that shit sunk in later, I realized how much I hated that.
Okay.
It was, and we gave Lee Whannell, the director, some goodwill because the Invisible Man movie was pretty awesome. Upgrade was pretty awesome. I was down with him doing this, but what even was that, man? What even was that? What was he doing? And how would you think it would go over well? He let the Invisible Man success go to his head too much. And
I kind of understand. I agree with you, and I didn't like it that much. So
yeah, you didn't even have the werewolf go on a rampage.
Isn't that the whole point of doing it?
That's the whole point of doing it. If you're gonna do a Wolfman movie, the Wolfman has to go on a rampage. He has to have something stand out about the transformation scene. Even lesser werewolf movies have had still great transformation scenes. Heck, the
movie inside of Thriller. The movie inside of Thriller was a better transition scene than what we got with the Wolfman.
Yeah, and you know who was responsible for that transformation scene, right?
Who?
Frigging Rick Baker, who did American Werewolf in London.
They knew what the hell they were doing? Yeah.
That's why it was so awesome. And Michael Jackson himself was such a fan of American Werewolf in London that he contacted Rick Baker and John Landis. Because John Landis, who directed American Werewolf in London, directed that music video. Chicago native,
Jason,
by the way.
Jason say, bro, even Jacob from Twilight had a rampage.
Right? Jesus H. What were they doing with that? That's all I'm gonna say about it. I'll shut up.
Yeah,
I
it's
can go
bad.
on about that all night.
All right. It said best werewolf I've seen probably in Harry Potter 3.
Okay. Respect to that.
So that scene creeped me out, and I was like, it was a little. That transition was really interesting. Prisoner of Azkaban. That transition was pretty interesting.
Yeah, and I even kind of liked that that werewolf look. I was kind of gangly and
man, but gangly, still like a wolf, but like a long man.
Yeah,
I can see that.
Like not like human, but not humanoid, but not quite human. I liked that. I was fine with that.
You don't want to make me angry, Bella. Don't talk about Jay. Well, oh man, that is some of the worst, I guess. So, yeah. All right. So I'll let you choose the next thing we do. Either we watch The Bluff. I don't know anything about this trailer. I know it's supposed to be on I think it's Prime Video. Or we talk about the Doomsday Theory about the countdown clock. Which one do you want to talk about? Or we could talk about Dancing Idris.
You want to talk about Dancing Idris, don't you?
I can wait.
I'm waiting for confirmation because I feel like we hear that rumor come up with unconfirmed like every other day. So the other thing,
they say Doomsday Clock.
We can do the Doomsday Clock.
Okay, let's do that. I think that'll be something we'll do.
Because I need to catch up on that anyway.
I'm good with that. Let's do the Doomsday Clock because I want to talk about it anyway. So I'm gonna pull that up. Push this down. And then I'll get that ready, and then we can do that.
Okay.
Good night, Collector.
See you, Collector. Enjoy the rest of your night.
All right. I'm going to read it right off of comicbookmovie.com. Read it straight off of it, and we'll talk about it. Set it up here. Go there. All right. Let's hit the transition, and we'll discuss. All right, guys, what's up? Welcome to Spoiler Kings. I'm Brian the Grizzly with Brandman Brandon, and we're going to talk about Avengers Doomsday Theory. Okay. I want to know what you guys think. I'm going to read it, and you guys can talk to us about it. All right. Avengers Doomsday Theory reveals how each teaser countdown clock ties to the key Avengers Endgame scenes. All right. A wild new Avengers Doomsday Theory posits that each of the countdown clocks in the movie's teaser trailer is referencing specific multiverse related scenes in Avengers Endgame. Said the Russo brothers have told us fans to pay attention to the four sneak peeks that played in theaters, saying that they contain clues about what's to come in the movies. At the end of each of the teasers, a clock begins counting down to the movie's release, but only after displaying a series of seemingly random numbers on screen. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
One Redditor believes that they've cracked the case, arguing that these timestamps relate to specific moments in 2019's Avengers Endgame. For example, the Steve Rogers teaser has 1 minute, 24 seconds, and 20 seconds. 1 hour, 24 minutes, 20 seconds, which takes you to the scene when the Ancient One warns the Hulk about the dangers of removing the Infinity Stones from their rightful place in time. And how would that create branch timelines, which is the whole point of everything we've had in this last thing. This confirms that Steve's mission to return the stones and his subsequent decision to stay in the past is central to the conflict the you fear it writes. It suggests that the action may have inadvertently triggered an incursion. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now we get to the Thor. In the Thor scene, it says 1 hour, 17 minutes, 20 seconds. Lines up when Loki steals the Tesseract and escapes. Another moment that created a branch timeline and what eventually led to the God of Mischief sitting on this at the center of the multiverse in the Loki TV series. Okay. Now check this one out. Mm-hmm. The X-Men's teaser featured the number 1 hour, 11 minutes, 20 seconds, and is a little harder to decipher, but it corresponds with the Rocket, with Rocket asking Thor, "Are you crying?" While not directly linked to the mutant team, this Redditor argues that they also might be the nod to the Thor crying over the downed Wade Wilson, who was loosely connected to the X-Men and the X-Men versus Deadpool and Wolverine. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little bit of a stretch. I think that's a little bit stretch.
Yeah, that one. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. I'm not sure about that one. So, okay. Now, the Avengers Doomsday officially stars Chris Evans and Anthony Mackie, Winston Duke, all the names we know. Fantastic Four, we know all that. We know what's going on with all those things. I don't know what I feel about that last one. Okay.
That's a reach. That last one's the biggest reach of them all.
So I don't know. It's one heck of a theory. There could be a lot of information in a lot of those things. What do you think about the theory that these times actually matter?
It very well could be. I think there's some legitimacy, especially with the Steve Rogers teaser. I think that's the one that I buy the most. Because I feel like there are going to be repercussions from Endgame, which are going to be instrumental into Doom doing whatever he's going to be doing. So yeah, that one I could definitely see. The Thor one, I could kind of give or take. I think what they're talking about with Loki does make sense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think so.
So that part of it I can kind of roll with. The theory about the X-Men teaser, I'm like, no, that's a little too much. That's just seems like a little too far of a reach.
I think the Reddit person missed it. Mm-hmm. I think that each one of those times is an incursion. Yes, I think you hit it nail in the head, a hammer in the head, but. I think what really is that one, if you go to that timestamp, I would go on to more of a X-Men one.
Mm-hmm.
You go to the end and you start to look at the X-Men, what happens to that, and that you have the Sentinels coming after them. Mm-hmm. In the movie, which was Days of Future Past.
Yeah.
During that time, the Sentinels coming back. I think that's going to be the time period that's going to match up with that world.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's where we're missing. And I think that each one of these doomsday clocks are matching up with something else. And I think the last one we just saw, the one you and I reacted to about Wakanda, I think we just released that today. I think that's going to be very much into the Fantastic Four and their doomsday clock and what happened in the Fantastic Four at that point. And then that Doom is actually on in that scene. I think they're giving us hints in all of it. I just don't think it's the same hint, but I think all of them are incursions. Mm-hmm. And all of them are incursions that are created by this stuff.
Yeah, I don't think I don't think it'll solely rely on incursions to drive the plot forward. I think that might be a little lazy and a convenient way to explain everything. So I hope that the Russos are a little more outside the box than just that.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Let's look what everyone's saying. We got Jason in here says, I've been hearing some crazy theories about Avengers Doomsday, but it looks like the Avengers might be responsible for Doom's arrival. The time heist messed up with the whole course of time. Mm-hmm. Specifically, like Steve Rogers staying in the past. Someone said that Steve's baby is Doom later. That'd be funny.
I've seen that too. Yeah, that'd be nuts.
So they all have to do with the Infinity Stones. Would you guys like the Infinity Stones to come back in Doomsday?
Not necessarily. I think it's kind of time to move on.
The TVA kind of explained that there's multiple. They had a whole drawer full of them. So I don't know if I need Infinity Stones to come back for that.
They're using those things as paperweights.
Sorry. We all know Steve stayed. That was worth the incursion.
Yep, not even mad at him.
Boy, I would. You see how she looked? Bro, I would never came back.
Yep. Yep.
I don't care about Anthony Mackie. I don't care about. I wouldn't have handed my shield off, bro.
Not even mad at him. Yep, I would have done the same thing.
All right, I'm gonna go grab a tea. Can you keep on reading this stuff real quick?
Yes.
All right.
Let's see where we are. Okay. Like it, but the last one is a reach. Obviously, like I said, the same thing. I think that scene refers to the reality stones since Thor and Rocket were in that scene to retrieve the reality stone. Yeah, I definitely agree with that. I think that's where this all stems from. That particular scene in Endgame. Bruce is talking about the time stone.
Yeah,
and that's kind of
about.
Yeah, and that's kind of at the forefront of my mind because Banner and the Ancient One had that whole dialogue about messing around with these with the stones and what could happen if you pluck them from their respected areas and mess with time.
I mean, you have to bring him back to that exact moment, and they did not do it because they brought all the stones back, but then you can't stay in that past. And you caused incursions, and that Steve Rogers is going to be the one who caused all the problems. What if they did it? So we already heard that the beginning scene is going to be focusing on Spider-Man, on Tobey Maguire, Spider-Man, and that's going to be the opening to the movie. And if it goes from there to right into the Ancient One, it's talking about Hinda, and then all of a sudden you go to Steve Rogers with the baby. It opens up with that whole point that Steve Rogers caused the end of Spider-Man Tobey Maguire's world. Then we find out later that Doom is coming there. And what if the person when I talked to, there's someone specific that Shuri's looking at and talking to in that scene? What if it's Tobey Maguire?
That'd be crazy to see.
How would you like that?
That'd be cool. Even though, not even though, but yeah, that would be nuts to see, like Tobey Maguire interacting with characters like the Wakandans, that sort of thing.
I mean, yeah, remember Spider-Man isn't with he interacts with everybody.
Yep.
So I wouldn't mind that at all.
So
the last one is the moment where the Rocket is joking with Ant-Man about going to space, and some seconds later, they talk about the Power and Soul Stone. And you have to bring someone back to be able to do that. You give up someone to bring someone up. The Russos did a recent interview saying that they're not just just little mini trailers, but they're actually clues to what's going on. So maybe. Okay. JG says, I can't keep up with the time now, so no way can I decipher that stuff. There's so much stuff going on. So Loki was in possession of the Tesseract. Yeah, he was. So so the Mind Stone, yeah, or maybe it could be referred to. There might be four incursions happening. Also, we all know that 616 Fantastic Four world, X-Men world are all colliding. So we have those four there too. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, because we definitely need an explanation as to how the Fantastic Four ended up on 616, so that could work.
Maybe they're just running. No stones, new movie, new story. I hear you, Fernando. I'm with that too. I don't need more stones.
Yeah, I don't. They closed that story off. So if they walked it back, I'd kind of be like, yeah, they're just getting lazy now.
To hand over the shield, it's like my watch is over, it's ended, and look, I'm just gonna say, if I had Picky Card at home, I would never came back, bro.
Oh yeah.
You know how I feel about Haley Atwell.
Yeah.
You know, I'm like, fuck, man, after that, bro.
So I feel pretty similar.
Man, I would never came back. I wouldn't be talking about nothing. I think she's saluting Storm. Fernando, that's fire. And when Shira's going like that and she's saluting Storm, bruh, I'll be in. If it's Storm, I would be in.
I'd be all for it as long as it's not Halle Berry.
Oh yeah. Can't be Halle Berry. Can't be Halle Berry, bro. I agree. See, I heard the theory about Storm. Yeah, we need Storm seriously. But if it's Halle Berry, yeah, I might be done with that. I can't be Halle Berry. Okay. All right. So if that happens, I guess we'll go ahead and bring me in. I will just freaking rip the Band-Aid off. We'll pull this one up real quick. Brandman said, don't do it. Reconsider. But I'm going to do it anyway. All right. You guys can't see this, but let me pull this here. It says actor Danson Idris has been confirmed to replace Chadwick Boseman as the new Black Panther in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Marvel Studios has reportedly finalized the plan for the character's future storyline. Following Boseman's passing, Marvel faced years of debate over whether the role should be recast. The studio ultimately decided to move forward, framing the decision as a continuation of the legacy rather than replacement of the actor. Fans remain divided, but the industry insider said Marvel is positioning the next phase of Black Panther to honor Boseman's impact while expanding Wakanda's story for the new generation. That's coming from Variety. Okay. All right. If that happens and it's not Toussaint, what would you think?
If it's not Toussaint, if they carry forward, with T'Challa, I'd be fine with that because that's kind of what I wanted from the beginning, them to just kind of carry on. It will be interesting to see what angle they work because Wakanda Forever kind of moved, they kind of wrote themselves into a corner. So if this is true and Damson Idris is T'Challa, I think the approach overall is what's really, really important to me. The approach and the ultimate execution of it, the explanation. Now, this news itself, I feel like they mention this every couple of days, and it always seems like speculation. I'm waiting for official confirmation, but if this is true, I don't know. As long as it's T'Challa, there are more stories with that character waiting to be told.
Do you really believe it's T'Challa? Be honest. Go ahead. Tell
No, I don't. Because Kevin Feige and Marvel seems allergic to that character ever since Chadwick Boseman passed.
Even with the Russos coming back and they're the ones who really did him the best.
Even with the Russos coming back, I feel like they drank the same Kool-Aid as the rest of the people involved with Marvel especially when it comes to that character.
Okay.
Mhm.
JG says the one rumor I heard is that he is T'Challa from another universe, and that they are testing the waters before bringing him into the permanent replacement, as they did with Chadwick in Civil War. I like it. All right,
I'd be fine with it. Mhm.
I'm gonna go with this. Okay. First off, the things that they've done with Chadwick have been I don't want.
Mhm.
I think Chadwick matters.
Me too.
Yeah, I want that stated first, because I mean, everyone knows kind of how I feel about the whole T'Challa thing.
Mhm.
I think Chadwick matters, and I understand where they were standing for the Chadwick.
Me too. I think, like I said, again, a certain actor shouldn't be the end all be all for certain roles or any roles. I think that, and that's not a knock against Chadwick Boseman, because he very much was great as T'Challa. You know, it was clear Marvel was kind of hyping that character and trying to prop him up to be one of the big faces of the MCU moving forward after Endgame, which I was here for. I think that they just got a little too reactionary by killing him off, especially the way they did. The way they killed him off was just dumb. So I think that if this is true, they're gonna have to do some major shit to get themselves out of that corner.
I don't think they can.
Me neither,
How
to
about
be
that?
honest.
So the only way this works for me, if he's a variant of T'Challa.
Mm-hmm.
If you bring him in and he's from another world, he's a variant. You've already had the multiverse. You're bringing him in one of the timelines. That's the only way this works for me.
Yeah.
So when we see Namor's people looking at their now waterless kingdom, my first thought is that either Sue Storm made the water invisible to prove her power, or Storm plays some role in evaporating it. Okay. All right. Okay. One thing is for sure is that we will get a male Black Panther for sure. I don't know how they will proceed later with having T'Challa in the main 616 continuity. Sorry, for either recasting or continue with Toussaint. But maybe the Secret Wars, you reset everything and start there and have a T'Challa back in the MCU.
Okay. Be here for it. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Hold that thought. Keep going. I'll be back.
All right. Well, this gives me a chance to say this for you guys. I will say this. Damson works fine. It's fine. I just don't want them to child or the idea of Toussaint be the one that brings it back. I think that will make me very perturbed, and I honestly could pull me away from Marvel as a whole. I want T'Challa to be here. I think he's important overall. I think that's a character that we needed. I think they knew that. They fell for the actor though more than the character, and I think that's always a mistake. I think you need to, if you're going, I don't think they're going to go back on it. I think they're not going to get rid of Toussaint. I don't think they will, but aging him up will piss me off to no end, and that might pull me away from everything. I just need us to have a variant come in and make that variant have the battle world, and that variant be the main one going forward when we go Black Panther 3, because that's going to be the movie that finishes up from Secret Wars. I'm hoping that we go with that type of storyline. I'm not sure they will, but I'm hoping it. So Toussaint may be a Secret Wars. It might be shared everything. By the way, would you like to have a romance between Namor and Sue? I mean, honestly, I'm not sure I need that, Because if you do that, I mean, Sue was got around. Sue also had a lot of stuff with T'Challa. Just saying, Sue got around a little bit. So I'm not sure if I need that. But if you're bringing Franklin Richards, I don't know if you can do it that way. I just know that I'm fine with Dancing Idris if you're going to bring that. But if you're going to do this, I think they're going to make it very convoluted with Damson. I think they're also going to bring the whole Storm thing in with them. So they're going to say six of one, half dozen of the other. They're going to say, well, if I'm going to give you, if you're going to have this Toussaint character, they're going to try to bring the Storm and try to do that storyline, which I am totally against. But I know they're going to try to halfway bring in a lot of these characters at the same time. Mm-hmm. And that's going to piss me off.
Yeah, what did I miss exactly?
Go easy on the Sue. Look, I know what's going to happen. I mean, Sue, she got around. Let's just be real. We have comic books that she's looking at. She's looking at T'Challa on one end over here. You got her with Namor on this other end over here. I'm just saying Sue has gotten around a lot, and we have a lot of storylines that we got to talk about. I don't know. And I don't think they're going to go into that hard. I think what they're going to do is that they're going to just give us a little nod. A nod into the Namor, a nod into the T'Challa. That's all. That's all I'm saying. Just give us a little nod for it.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I was going to say she doesn't. She doesn't, and didn't have that impact on the character of T'Challa that T'Challa had. Yeah.
Yeah. You know, I definitely agree on that, and coincidentally, that was something that I was thinking about this morning. I think that when Shuri was relegated to basically the girl in the chair, basically the more or less the cue to T'Challa's bond, she worked a lot better for me as a character. And that's not a knock against Letitia Wright, who does great any way you slice it. Even in Wakanda Forever, I thought she was great. But I think that, again, the killing off of T'Challa was a mistake. I think it was a dumb idea. I think it was a reactionary idea. I think you really did something that should not have been done. And now, and you know, it might be too far gone to repair.
That happened when you're too busy. That's what happens when you're too busy. Reed, she has to go how I want us a little bit. I'm just saying. Fernando says Sue is a freak. Night, day, morning, evening, she's all about it. Wow, JG. Okay. I want to say this. One thing what you just said about this whole Shuri thing, I don't want it. I don't want us to get Shuri hate. Now, once again, you know how I feel about it. In the story, in the comic book, Shuri doesn't become Black Panther for a long point in time, but I don't want us to say, I don't want her to be a replacement for T'Challa. I don't like that. The idea that she has to be a replacement for T'Challa and we're going to go that way. I don't like the idea of Toussaint going in, but I know that's Marvel doesn't want to back down from what they already kind of went with. But I don't like the negativity of Shuri, of us having to bash the female-led character, especially a Black female-led character, bashing her in order to prop up my T'Challa. I can't do that. You've been around me enough. You know where I stand with Black men and Black women.
Yep.
I don't like us to try to push down her. I don't want that. I think there's two different things. There's the comic books, and then there's Shuri and what you've done already. And I don't need you to go back on that or to try to make everything work. I don't want Black men against Black women. I don't want to say I hate Shuri and to bring up T'Challa. I don't need that. I need us to have a world where she can coexist. And that's when, if you're going to have all these damn worlds colliding, then you bring me back someone from the multiverse. Then you bring me a T'Challa from the multiverse that can work with her so we can have both of these great characters together. Shuri has her own character, her own like path that I talked about this before. She had her own path. She becomes a goddess in her own stuff. She has her own way of going with this stuff. I don't necessarily need us to hate on this stuff, and I just don't want that. I don't want the hate, and I don't want negativity from Black women about Black women ever.
Same.
I can't do it. Okay. Jason says, also, I want to see the Illuminati group or the Council of Reeves. I can see that.
Council of Reeves would be awesome. I'd love the Council of Reeves.
Black Panther 2 makes this theory but more difficult, but we never saw Killmonger's funeral or even hear someone say he died, revealing T'Challa has kept him in cryo sleep like Bucky. Would that be cool? Well, first off, I'm gonna say this. I don't think you can do that. I hated the fact that they kill off villains, key villains to certain characters. That pisses me off. Okay, I don't think you need to go ahead and try to revamp it. We're already going to have a way where they're going to wipe this whole slate clean, and they could do it the right way. I think you need a steady hand at the helm. I don't know if you can do it without that, but I don't know if you could keep Killmonger and cryo. I don't know if that's what I need. Why do you guys think that our old school Avengers have kids? What do you think about this? Old school Avengers have kids, and that role, what role would they play in Doomsday? Well, every old school having kids and doing that, because we have that with Thor. We know with Love, right? We know what we have with Steve Rogers. You know, with the whole Doomsday, what we got for the first trailer. What else will we have? I mean, we already know Black Panther and the whole Tucson thing. I don't like that. I hate what they did with that, but I'm just staying with the whole thing. I'm not going to go in there. Staying with the whole thing. You know, they bring Tobey Maguire in, right? And his world is destroyed by that, and he's a father, and they could bring that in. You know, so I mean, because we've seen that with the Stone, so what Sony's done for that, and have kind of merged those things. That's interesting. I think that's the natural progression, personally, for men, for women, for these heroes. I mean, we got Reed Richards, his king with a kid with Franklin. Yeah, I think. See Fernando that. You know, so I you know that how that goes. I'm okay with that. You
know, there have been the rumors that a big theme of this movie are going to be about fatherhood, parenthood, basically. I'm not sure if you've read any of those rumors.
I did.
So I think that's why we're seeing the OG Avengers with their kids in the ads.
I think when men will fight the world, and I think we had in the game, they'll fight for the world, right? To beat a villain. But there's nothing more important to a man than when he becomes a father and has that something to fight for specifically.
Exactly.
So, and I think that will be big. But what happens when the villain also has that same connection? You took away my child.
Yeah. And that's the kind of thing that would make me root for a villain.
You took away my son. What if you gave us Doom, a scene with Doom? You see he has a life with his son, and then his world has an incursion and snatches that away from him. That'd be some serious, man.
Yeah, that'd be kind of awesome, actually.
For now, we gotta get on me. He said Brian respects and loves Black women here in that America. Was that anything new? 100% no. Brian Oprah. I doubt that. Even though I would like you get a car, you get a car, you get a house, and you get a house, and we all get a house. I'm okay with that.
Mhm.
Lauren says, I went to see the Nia DaCosta movie 20 years later. The projector goes out, got a refund, have to go back for the weekend.
There you
go. So Terrence came in here earlier and said that he hated the movie all the way to the end.
Mm-hmm.
In the last 5 minutes, almost saved the entire movie. Just want to give you that little tidbit, because if it's worth it, if that last 5 minutes is worth it, maybe it does save the franchise. I don't know.
Yeah, we're gonna check it. Well, I'm gonna check it out tomorrow. So
one sick way to have the Castle Reads would be to have Pascal Krasinski, Miles Teller, maybe Alex Hyde White. Yeah, and put the actors and that almost made the cut, like Dev Patel and Adam Driver. I would love a scene like that. That would be like the Spider-Man's pointing.
Again, it could be redemption to the fan base if Miles Teller especially showed up, and for that matter, throw and Griffith in there.
You could. That's right. Scar is in MCU as well. The Hulk. Yeah, we saw that She-Hulk. That bullshit.
With a very, very interesting haircut.
Oh, that was some terrible ass stuff, man.
Mm-hmm.
Also, speaking of children, there's a way I noticed that that could be messed up. Haven't you noticed that that in almost all the promos for Dooms, they're always talking about children, kids? Yep. We all know Dooms was it Franklin, and Steve's trailer. He had a kid. Thor's trailer talks about his daughter too. Yep.
Yeah.
There's a theory going on that the Cyclops might be upset with the trailer because of he lost one of his kids, and that's why he's screaming because his son, or he lost. We already know what Cable is, right? But what if it's one of his daughters?
That would be.
Sorry, I got the alarm going off.
No, it's fine.
But what if it's one of his daughters?
I'd be good with that. It would be a good motivator for Doom.
Or does Cyclops join Doom? Is that part of what happens? That so all the ones that have tragedy, they understand Doom's pain and they join Doom. Cyclops is a dick. All right, so I mean, I don't think we ever really jump into and understand the how much Cyclops can be an asshole. And
you really can.
And if you take his son away, or take his daughter away, how would that shape him? And maybe they don't kill off. What if Cyclops kills his world?
That would be interesting to see, and I think it would be a little unexpected. And it would kind of add an extra dimension to Cyclops that we haven't seen in the context of the live action movies. That's something I'd potentially be on board with, just for the sake of exploring him more.
How would you like this? As Cyclops goes crazy and he joins Doom along with Doctor Strange. What if the council, the people that Doom has on his side, includes Doctor Strange, includes Cyclops?
That would be awesome.
I mean, just saying, that would make a lot. In Dormammu, you have you have a few people on his side, but it all has to do a lot with losing your children.
Yeah, and I wouldn't put that past Doom. Kind of recruiting heroes to kind of join his cause.
I can see that.
It's a very Doom thing to do.
Trailer 1 has a hero putting his war behind him to raise a kid without it. Number 2 is a hero doubting the ability to keep his war away from his child as they grow older. Number 3 shows 2 adoptive fathers once at war, now at peace while playing chess, while while it is still at war, cutting to a grown son agonizing in the war zone. Number 4 is a hero acknowledging a king's duty to prepare his people for death while she wears the armor passed to from two dead kings inherited herring their war, likely their death.
All right.
You know, Travis,
Did
you
not
are
think
fire.
about any of this. Yeah,
Travis is fire, man. He does this all the time, man.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what if Jason says that? What if Doom is collecting everyone's kids and he's to replace his own?
That's crossed my mind.
He takes Cyclops' kid, takes Cable, or takes one of his daughters. What if he goes to takes Love from Thor, and that makes him go crazy? Oh, and then wins. What if he takes people's kids, and unlike how Thor: Love and Thunder was, and then wins with their kids?
Oh man, that would just be like an extra like knife twist to all the characters. If because we all know Doom's going to come out on top at the end of this movie. That's the only way the movie's going to work in terms of doing the character justice. Doom's got to win. He has to. But if he
would you like instead of all the Fox X-Men dying, that Cyclops joins Doom and he is always on Doom's side the entire time and goes totally Anakin Skywalker on everybody and kills everyone?
I'm not sure if I'd want him on Doom's side the entire time, but if Doom kind of manages to convince him to join the cause for at least the first 2 acts of the movie,
he's going to win. He's going to win. So we got Doctor Strange is going to stay on his team. You know that, right? What if we have Cyclops on his team? What if I like what he said right here? What if we have Captain Hydra joins Doom? Maybe losing his child becomes somewhat a version of Captain Hydra. What if Steve loses his son? The son we see in that first one, he loses that son and he goes crazy. And all those people in each one of those things are people that are going to be on Doom's side. What if Thor's on the Doom's side? What if Steve turns to Captain Hydra is on Doom's side? Well, Cyclops is on Doom's side. What if Shuri turns to Doom's side because Toussaint gets killed?
Oh, Shuri, I'm not sure because she remained. One thing about Shuri is she kind of remains pretty steadfast when she knows something doesn't quite smell right. Like, she refused to join Namor's side.
That's true.
So I do think she's a little more on top of things than that, than to kind of let herself be swayed.
What did she say? What did she say at the beginning of that trailer? She said, "My entire family is dead.
My entire family,
is gone." And then now with Toussaint, if somehow they get snatched away, there's another kid that goes. Does Shuri turn somewhere? Because it's a Travis says Doom takes all their kids. And then he goes Secret Wars returns with the adults who hate their parents having to fight their kids. What? You get an evil Cable.
Shut up, dude.
a mad Toussaint who's like, you killed off a furious Love who turns into the Tribunal. Like she creates them. What if that, bruh? And Cap's son turns to Captain Hydra, bruh. Well, Scar comes back evil, comes and kills him too. That's sick. I love it. Oh, bruh, that would be amazing if he steals their kids, goes to the future, and we get. So instead of getting Thanos,
Mhm.
Can you imagine? Well, instead of getting Thanos, what could we get from Deadpool?
Mhm. Um,
Cable.
Abel, yeah.
So instead of getting him to come back as King Thanos, he comes as
Mhm.
Cable. And he's evil
Which
because he
would,
went to the future.
which if Deadpool does end up showing up in this movie, by the way, that's just a meta joke just waiting to happen.
So Cable, Scar, Love turns. She creates the Tribunal. X-23 comes for Wolverine. Dude,
Ooh.
I don't know how that shit would work, but that would be the most fire movie I've ever seen in my life.
Mhm.
Oh, if you could take X-23 and Toussaint and Scar and Cable, and Love. Oh my god.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, and Tony Stark has his daughter from Endgame too. That would be so messed up. I would love it. I would love that. That would be so messed up. Just blow it all up. You know how I feel about things. Blow it all up.
Mhm.
You guys are fired. I love it.
Dude.
I love this. I love to see the world burn.
Mhm.
Oh man.
That's great. That's great.
Oh man. What if Iron Lad? Take him too.
Yeah,
For real, I wonder if they'll ever do anything with Tony's daughter.
I'm asking myself the same thing. You know, because they definitely could.
Dude, Morgan start fighting the War Machine and Spider-Man. Right here, guys. I need to write this down. We need a script of this. We can do this animated. We don't really need people. Let's do it animated. If I was writing for Marvel, I would come up with that one.
Mm-hmm.
Called Secret Wars 3. Have Doom snatch all the kids. The Doom Academy raises all the kids, and the kids come back to kill the parents. Just let it breathe, guys. Just let it breathe.
Yeah, because I'm like, where would you work that in? Like, would that be the plot of Secret Wars or?
I would do it as a comic book. Secret Wars 3.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And have Doom have a Doom Academy. He snatches all the kids. He does exactly the opposite of Xavier.
Mm-hmm.
Has his own academy, raises the kids to all come and kill their parents. Because their parents are, if they don't, their parents are the reason why the world ends.
Mm-hmm.
He convinces the kids that way. Guys, I don't know if this is happening, but I know I'm writing a comic book about it. It's happening.
Right? Yeah, it's got the wheels in my mind spinning too.
So don't forget about Wanda's kids, yeah. Vision's daughter, yeah. No, it's all coming together.
Mm-hmm.
We need a giant board and tape to put them on this investigation. Dude, that is so cool. I love it, guys. You guys have been fire. I enjoyed it, all this. I know
That's
Brandman's
great.
also damn mind.
Mm-hmm. I'm like, I'm taking it all in.
Dude, that you guys are fire because
Mm-hmm.
Doom took all time, and now all the incursions and all the kids have to die in order for the Earth to survive. So their parents have to kill the kids, or no, the kids have to kill the parents. so, so they have a future.
Which would be messed up.
Oh man,
Mm-hmm.
Hawkeye's daughter. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Ant-Man's daughter.
Yeah, like pretty much the remaining original Avengers have kids.
Mm-hmm.
I can't see that not factoring into the plot of this.
I love it. I love it. You guys have been fired with this, man. Akers asks, how's Tank doing? Tank is doing pretty good. It was a successful surgery. He's been able to. He's going to have to heal up. He did really well. I'm sure you guys will probably see him. I'm gonna give it maybe like 10 days. But right now he's still on, painkillers and nerve killers and stuff like that. So right now he's not, he doesn't feel pain yet. But he's supposed to start his rehab, I believe, tomorrow. So you know. All right, I'm gonna go back to see what Travis said. I think Doomsday ends with Franklin Richards reawakening the Celestial and the Earth. All the heroes are sent to Battle World and watch 616 get destroyed. I believe something similar. I believe Doom ends with him taking a lot of people and going creating Battle World, and a lot of the heroes that he does not want to be on Battle World go to the Void, and they survive in the Void. And that's the way they actually end up getting to Battle World.
That I definitely agree with.
Fernando says the Young Avengers and Secret
Yeah,
Wars.
that I could definitely see too.
The Young Avengers and Secret Wars saves the day.
I think that's where we're going to see them. Yeah, would you want to see them rescue everyone?
Nope. I want them to try it and fail.
Same.
Try and fail, and that's what happens.
Yeah.
Dude, this is awesome. I'm loving this. Yeah. There's supposed to be a concept art for Sentry chained up. I think some of the more powerful heroes like Captain Marvel get trapped in his void by Doom. And then they find a way to get out too. So, well, apparently there's something for them for sure. 100%. Apparently, Kang Dynasty with the Young Avengers taking down the weakest Kang. Yeah, I heard that too. That's what it was supposed to be.
Yeah.
Because you guys had some fire ideas. I love it. All right. You got anything else for everybody tonight?
I think that's it. Like my mind is just kind of racing with all these theories. I'm just kind of taking it all in at this point.
Guys, you guys are just so good. I'm loving all of this stuff. I want the storylines will give us OP characters like Thor and Captain Marvel. So Thor, yes, but I think Thor 100% is going to become Rune King Thor, and that's how he's going to take back love.
Yeah, when it comes to Thor, I think that's the only way you can go have him become Rune King Thor. At this point where we've gone with him, I think it's the next logical step. It only makes sense for them to do that. I don't see how they will not at least end this movie with him becoming Rune King Thor, and then he shows up in the third act of Secret War to basically save everyone's ass.
Save everybody. Yeah, very much like in Endgame or even Infinity War. Bring me Thanos. Yeah. And he actually gets his redemption in Secret Wars because he's the one that comes in and saves the day.
Yep.
But he's not able to stay there because he has to go back to Valhalla. If not, the movie will finish pretty quickly. The ultimate ending is Franklin giving Peter Quill back his celestial power. 616 is destroyed. So, like Ego did, Peter rebuilds 616 around himself, becoming the new Earth of the reboot.
Well, they did say he's supposed to be back for Secret Wars.
Dude, Travis, if Peter Quill becomes the new Earth, come on, man. I love it. I love you guys. What you guys are talking about. Druid and Icarus, please. No, we're not getting the Icarus or Druid. Yeah. Russ Captain Marvel will be dope. In Marvel Zombies. All right, I like that. We can do it in Marvel Zombies. Dude, you guys are fire. This has been an incredible time. It's been a fun show. We're gonna have 3 more shows, just me and B, until Tank comes back. So having fun. Love talking to you guys. Bring topics. We'll talk about all the stuff. Anything that comes up, we're gonna talk about on Monday. I think we have to talk about Game of Thrones because I believe that starts on Sunday. So we'll have that coming out. Also, guys, so Saturday, usually I do the rewind. This Saturday, Anzo has a funeral. You know, he talked about his brother the other a couple weeks ago that passed away. That's his funeral. So I talked to Anzo, and he was like, "Oh yeah, I'll figure out a way to do it." But I wanted him to kind of focus on the time he had with his brother. So I asked him to just, let's not do it this Saturday. We'll do it next Saturday. We'll return to the normal schedule. But I wanted to have him have time to focus on, his family. So we're not going to have the rewind this Saturday, but we'll be back next Saturday. And we'll have a lot more things. But I just, if you guys get a chance, go on to Big Four Entertainment, just, give them a shout out. Let them know that everyone's thinking about them. I'm thinking about them. I talk to them every day, so it is what it is. But yeah, we're not going to have to rewind this Saturday, and we're not going to do the Expanse because I can't do it without Tank being around because he can't see it. So from tonight, guys, we're not going to be live again until Monday, but please be here Monday. So we'll be, as I said, we will be talking about Game of Thrones. We'll still be talking about we really didn't get to talk about Percy Jackson. We didn't really talk about Fallout. We'll talk about all those things. So appreciate
Both
you guys. Yeah.
Both of which new episodes were absolutely great, I thought.
Dude, Percy Jackson was fire.
Percy Jackson
Fallout.
Yeah. Ooh.
Yeah. So
man.
No shows till Monday, but we have a lot of things to talk about on Monday. Appreciate everyone in here, guys. Me and B gonna get out of here because I'm gonna make him go to sleep. So
yeah, I'm gonna been up since 4:30 this morning.
And I've been up since 7, so I'm good actually. So I got 3 more hours of you. But till then, guys, we'll see you guys Monday. Appreciate you all. Shout out to everybody, and bring the energy. Take care. I'll see you guys later. Peace.